Hello! What up? What up? What up?
Hope you guys are doing well.
We hope you are doing very well. And tonight, we're drinking. I can't even remember what it was called. Was it Eagles and something? It's 10 year. I've had the bottle in the closet for a long time, like maybe 10 years. But what was it called? Eagle and something. Drawing a blank. Whatever. Cheers. It's been a long week. It's my last week off.
Coke Zero.
My last week off. I'm going back to work Monday. Yay. Still having school issues, right, Michelle? Winston-Salem, Forsyth County is having a lot of issues with they did not. Number one, I think they're short on bus drivers. Number two, they failed to schedule 3rd, 6th, and 9th graders bus routes.
There's like 800 kids who don't have routes.
And that's for the whole county. And
Yes.
I don't know how many total kids go in the whole county, but
That's a large number
Forsyth
of
County is
kids.
around 250, 275,000 people. So yeah, I'm taking Anthony to school and I'm picking him up, and that all stops Monday. I'll drop him off, but then Michelle is going to have to get off work early every day to pick him up. And now she's got to work her off day to make up for the time she's missing. So in this county, I mean, they're basically telling you not to work. Your tax money doesn't help get and then they're like $40 or $50 million in the hole. So they're getting ready to let 300 some teachers go, right? Yep. Or about 300 personnel. So
our county is not doing so good.
Everybody's moving out of the county. They got less people now, so they're moving to the surrounding counties because they can actually run a budget, you know.
So
Let's quit talking about negativity. Let's bring up
Yeah.
positivity. So tonight, thought about, you know, it's kind of, you know, be honest with you, it was not till today, until we decided, like, what are we going to talk about tonight? Yeah, should we call it today? You know, should we just next week we're not live because Mark and Stephanie will be live, and that's our night off. And wait a minute, don't mess my book up right here for that wet drink. Jeez, Michelle.
I'm so sorry.
Funny
Shoot.
about stuff like that. I don't want rings on my book.
Well, move it out of the way.
So I was like, man, what kind of cruise would I like to go on? And I started thinking about some of these theme cruises, you know, and there's some already out there. There's a bunch of them out there they've had in the past. And it looks like 18% of you have been on a theme cruise. Like it could be a Halloween cruise, you know, Disney cruise is always themed Disney, right? So that's always, you know, always that way with that. So, but I started thinking about, man, it would be fun on some of these cruises to do something a little different. Yeah, we hope we get the bus situation squared away, but we're going to go through and say hello to everybody. And then we want you guys to help us out. Yeah. Like I've got probably 20 different themed cruises that I think either they already exist or I'd be like, hey, I'd like to see it exist. And you can tell us maybe a theme cruise that you would like as well. But let's go through and say hello to everybody. And Miss Holly was in here first. Hey, Miss Holly. Let's see. Then we're gonna
see them soon.
Yes, in 70 days or 70 some days, I think. Then we got Miss Meg was in here as well. Good to see Miss Meg. And then Betsy and Mike were in here. Hello, Fat Lives. I'm here for the fries and tacos. Oh yeah, fries and tacos. We actually had Chick-fil-A tonight, so it was chicken sandwich and fruit tonight for me. But Michelle did get me a chocolate chip cookie for later on. And let's see who else we got in here. I think I said Miss Betsy, right? Betsy and Mike. And then we got Eileen is in here. Hi, from Long Island. Yes, we can have a New York themed cruise. Miss Lee is in here. Lee Cobb. How you doing, Lee? Good to see you in here. And she commented today about a themed cruise. So good to see you in here, Lee. And then we got Mr. Paul is in the house. And he is saying hello to everybody. And let's see. Rayleigh is in here. Blaine is in here. Howdy, friends and neighbors. Good to see you in here, Blaine. And I hope you and your wonderful wife are doing well. Good to see you in here.
Yes.
And I got to show that, so Paul. Sweet. So sweet. Hello, beautiful Meg. I don't have that nice voice like Paul does. Paul's got that deep, you know, he's got that deep, like, audio professional musician voice. I don't have that. So let's see. Can you schedule Uber rides home for him? We could, but that's like $25, $30 per day. That's $150 a week, $600 a month. And that's one way. If you did it, but I've already looked into that. If you did it both times a day, I mean, you're talking about $50, $50 to $60. That's without a tip. And it's not that far.
Why? I mean, our school is 10 minutes from our house, literally. Right.
But I mean, they're going to have to go out of their way to come out here because we live
out in the country.
We're out in the country a little bit.
It is a long wait to pick him up.
Yeah,
it's a 45 minute to an hour wait.
We've looked at even, you know, other services like transportation services, and they were all booked up. So let's see who else we got in here. We got Dave in here. Good to see you, Mr. Dave. Hopefully we'll see you here in a couple of weeks too. Yes. Habib is in here. Good to see Habib. Mia's in here. Good to see you, Miss Mia. Good to see you in here. Good to see you. And let's see. Shannon Smith is in here. Good to see you, Miss Shannon. And I think Shannon may have booked our group cruise.
I heard that.
Yeah, so awesome. Can't wait to see you guys, both of you. I think is your husband's name Mike? If not, I'm sorry. Maybe that was your previous husband, or I don't know. I probably screwed all that up. But
Shannon, I'm sorry.
Good to see you.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, I'm only in a quarter a cup in here, so ain't no telling by the end of this what I'm going to be saying. But yeah, if you're interested in a group cruise, that's going to be thrown up in here in a second at the bottom or somewhere through here. 2027. That is a themed gimmick cruise. Even though you don't have to be a vlogger to come, just come on and hang out with us and have a good time. And you might get some swag on that cruise as well.
You might not be a gimmicker either, but
all right, you don't have to be a gimmicker. Yeah, we're gimmickers. Shannon is booked. That's right. Awesome. We need to do the. What was that noise?
I'm scared ass.
Let me see. I don't use it all the time like I listen to. Let's see. Shannon is booked. Whoops. Sorry, Shannon. Sorry, Shannon. There we go. Three's a charm. That's right.
Obviously, he doesn't know what his
I don't know. I don't know. I pushed all the wrong buttons over here all the time.
He does that too.
Okay. Sorry, Shannon. I promise not to fart in front of you either.
So that really was a fart? The first
it was a fart button. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Shannon. I really am. You know, us from the South, we can't control ourselves. Our bodily functions are ourselves. So John Evans is in here. Hello, finally got to see another live while trucking down the interstate.
Awesome.
Oh, don't wreck.
Please be careful.
Don't wreck now.
Please
we don't want to be we don't want the police to call and say, well, what was you doing talking, or what was you doing, blah, 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 blah. Farts are very appropriate. Okay, yes, farts and tacos, fat life. So let's see, Shannon's laughing. Okay, I'm glad you can laugh at it, Shannon.
Please
I really did forget the button, but we'll do it one more time. If we find out you're booked on the cruise, we're going to give you the horn on the live shows, okay? And if you're booked during the show, we'll give you 2 horns. Like that's worth $2,000 to book a cruise with us. But we're going to have a good time.
We are going to have a good time.
We're going to have a really good time. And, you know, that's something we're doing as a bar crawl. That's always fun. And you don't have to drink. Michelle, a lot of times drinking water, she'll drink 1 drink or take 1 drink to all the 4 or 5 bars.
I usually drink 1
Not
drink.
me. I'm taking a shot every
2
one
bars.
of them. So tonight we're going to talk about themed cruises. And I'm going to go through a list.
Oh, you messed it up bad.
What'd I mess up? Oh, your hubby. Oh, sorry.
So sorry.
Is his nickname Mike? Sorry. Everybody in the South's named Mike. I think you guys from up north, though. I think Michigan, right?
Chris is pretty popular, too.
Chris and Mike, you know, how can you, I mean, it's just like random, you know, is it Mike or Paul or Chris? You know, sorry about that.
Pay him no money, please.
Yeah, pay me no attention here.
Hey, you didn't say...
Can't believe Michelle doesn't drink. I thought everyone was drunk on cruises. We're not drunk. We don't get sloppy drunk or anything. Well, I don't. If you watch Beach Please, now they get sloppy drunk. They intentionally do a vlog on getting sloppy drunk.
I am a vacation drinker, and that's the only time I drink. So I'm quite the lightweight.
So also Mike, also Lee is pronounced Leah. Okay. So you can pronounce it either way, but Leah. Okay. Leah.
He is messing up bad.
Hey, we just blur it all together down here. Listen, going forward on the cruise ship, I'm bad on names. I'll call you brother and sister the whole time. Hey, sister. Hey, brother. That's how I talk. Yeah. It's like the Hulk Hogan, you know, like a tribute to Hulk Hogan. So my neighbor called me Chris for 2 years before Betsy corrected. Mike, funny. You look like a Chris.
That's funny.
And Anthony Simone is in the house. Good to see you, Anthony. Good to see you in here as well. So let's talk about themed cruises. Now, we've went on an October cruise before.
Did you say hey to Old Restless?
I think I did. Did I not? Old Restless, I'm sorry. Old Restless is our #1 Real Dead fan. So Old Restless, hello. Maybe I was thinking it and just didn't say it. I apologize. Now where he's at? There he is. Hey, Lovey. Hey, Old Restless. How you doing? We're on first name basis now. I'll just call you Old and you call me Mike or call me Chris. I don't care. And let's see. Habib and I aren't big drinkers at all. Typically 1 or 2 drinks per cruise. Really? Well, Habib's posting pictures of him drinking all the time with our coolers all the time on the page. So I thought y'all were like big drinkers or something. No. I'll have 4, 5, 6 a day. I've not even come close. I didn't even hit the 10 out of the drink package, and we don't buy the drink package. So
it's usually not worth it.
May get up 7, but I'll drink. If I'm going to drink a lot, it's usually beer because it's like drinking water, especially with Miller Lite or something like that.
Hey, Tess, it's good to see you.
So wish we could join doing a journey cruise a little less than 2 weeks before your group goes. Oh, that's tough. Hey, I get it. It's a journey cruise, right?
We'll do it again.
We'll do it again. We might throw one in 2026 before the 2027. Just got pregame. No, probably not. Stop snitching. Sorry, babe. Me, I'm sorry.
Me? Who?
Yeah, I was having Long
that had to
Island's at
be
10
him.
a.m. I like a good Long Island. I mean, if I'm ready to get it going, I'll get a Long Island first and then kind of cruise after that. So I'm subscribed to, and it's Leah, right? It's not Lee, it's Leah. I'm subscribed to Real Dead as well. Been watching horror movies since I was 3 years old. Hey.
Yep.
We like that. And that's going to be one of our themes tonight. We're going to talk about that. He's fibbing. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't believe that, Mia. Habib's like sending me pictures all the time, and it's not the same picture all the time either with a beer in his hand. So I'm just picking. No, he doesn't. All right. Music. A music themed cruise. What do y'all think about that?
I think it'd be awesome.
80s. 76% of you said no, we have not been on a themed cruise, but like we're in our 50s, so I would love to do an 80s rock. 70s, 80s, 90s, a rock, hair bands,
That'd be a lot of fun.
I watch a lot of that. You got Rat and Motley Crue, Stephen Pearcy, the big bands like Guns N' Roses and stuff like that won't come, but like some of those bands like Winger and Cinderella, maybe some of the bands that are not too huge now, they may still come. Then was a Kiss cruise. And I think now this year in Vegas, they're doing like Kiss Stuck on a Cruise or something. I can't remember, land-based cruise or something, but they just moved it to a land-based instead of the cruise. But a lot of people used to do the Kiss cruise as well. So it depends on the music.
Yeah,
and everybody's
right
rock
and
roll ain't the same. Just saying,
exactly
that's true.
Right.
You'd have to look at the ahead of time, see what's coming. And 70s, 80s, not 90s.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm not okay with it. I love the 70s and 80s, but I could maybe go early 90s. Oh, bless you, Michelle.
Excuse me.
So what I did see on some of these themed cruises like that were like, one of them was an 80s cruise, and they had heavy metal and pop culture music. So what they would do is like certain nights they would have, okay, this is the rock night. This is the top 40 night. This is, blah, blah, blah night. And that seemed to work pretty good, when we saw some of that. Because you might see somebody like, who was the band from Charlotte that you liked a lot, real big? They lost their lead singer. I think he died.
Jenny Lane.
No, that's Warrant.
That's Warrant.
And by the way, Warrant, Jamie Lane got up on my shoulders and sang a song one time.
I'm sure y'all have heard this before.
Yeah, I've probably told you that. I haven't washed the back of my neck for 40 years. No, the Love of a Lifetime.
Oh, dang it.
You talk about every time they come on, you're like, oh God,
I love that song, but I can't think of who sang it.
They had a couple big hits. They were from Charlotte, North Carolina.
It'll come to me.
Firehouse. That's the band. Firehouse.
Yes.
Yep. Firehouse. Somebody said Trickster. Brian 5150. Good to see you, Brian.
Hi.
Good to see you in here.
Pure Drive Adventures. I don't think I've seen your name in here. Please.
Who?
Pure Drive Adventures.
Oh yeah, I did.
Thank you for joining
us. That's our buddy.
Oh, I don't recognize that name.
Pure. Come on now.
I'm sorry. But Blues at Sea is awesome.
Yeah, actually there's a jazz theme one as well.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's Richard, by the way.
Oh.
And his beautiful wife. So we ended the cruise life after 27 cruises. We are doing Rome and Venice in October.
Oh.
Hey, a Middle Eastern cruise would be great as well. I'd love to do something like that.
That would be awesome.
It's Richard. Yeah, I thought it was Richard. Yeah, changed his name.
Yes.
So you got the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Yes. You got rock. There's actually going on right now or next year. It's not right now, but next year I think it's a Creed cruise. You got Creed. Creed's making a comeback. I used to love Creed, man. They were really good. They were in the early 90s, wasn't they? Early mid 90s?
Yeah, they were in the
90s. You got Monsters of Rock.
That'd be fun.
They got the Monsters of Rock cruise. So let's go into something other than music. They may have country. I know they do. They have country cruises. They have
like
country
country.
themed cruises. Like then you have old country and then the newer country as well. They have jazz cruises. But let's talk about something else. Hey Quentin, how you doing?
Hi.
Or Quintanius 12. Or Quintanius Dose. There's a Jay and Silent Bob cruise. That's right. There is.
Wow.
There is a Jay and Silent Bob cruise. Superhero.
You're right, Paul.
Crochet cruise. There is one. We saw that. We did see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazed at the different things.
Superhero and cartoon. Like, you know, when we did Halloween, it was a superhero. We all dressed as superheroes,
Fun.
That was fun. So, you know, on these cruises that are 5, 6, 7 days, like every night you could have different themes, okay, tonight is Flintstone theme, Flintstone or this night is Disney themed. Disney might own the corner market on that, but it's that way all the time for them.
I want to pause and say, Mike and Betsy, when we first started watching them and they did the cruise where they dressed up almost every night, we laughed at their videos.
Yes, they were really funny.
Yes,
we also said there's no way in hell we'd do that.
That's true.
That's a lot of clothes to bring.
But we sure laughed at y'all.
So Paul Ann goes on them and quilting cruises. Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Okay. Different strokes for different folks. Not me. I'm not going on a quilting cruise. All right.
I wouldn't mind it.
This is the one.
Do they have a reading one?
So a reading one? Well, everybody does that all the time.
Meg, do they have a reading one?
Carnival used to do a NASCAR cruise. Rusty Wallace is sponsored by them at one time.
Oh.
Pam and my late sister went on one in the early 2000s. That's really cool.
That is awesome.
We did the Impractical Joker cruise a few years ago, and it was a blast. Yeah, I've always wanted to do a whole vlog on farting in elevators, and I'm going to do that still. You see those things, like I watch those videos on Facebook all the time where they go in like Walmart, Target, and the guy has a straw and he's blowing on something, or he has a little hand thing that he's making a fart sound, and people are like, excuse you.
I'll hear Mike in the living room cracking.
I'm dying laughing,
busting a gut, and he's in there watching some fart.
I'm watching some fart videos where the guy randomly does it, and they keep a straight face. I couldn't do that. So let's see, superhero. Okay, now this is talking Michelle's language now. A murder mystery cruise.
That would be
Can you imagine?
Fun.
Can you imagine a murder mystery cruise? Like
Fun.
You could do it many ways. I mean, you could do like every day, like have something set up, like we get clues.
Oh my gosh, that would be so much.
And I've
fun.
seen on some of these cruises, like they have like a scavenger hunt. Mm-hmm. They have a scavenger hunt. You go there, you go find this, visit. But can you imagine doing a murder mystery cruise?
That would be so fun.
That would be fun.
Clue, like a real life clue.
Actually, I've got this concept in my head.
Oh, yes.
I've got this concept in my head, and it's like Clue except for cruise ships. And it's like Mike is killed with a hairdryer in the library.
I'd come up with something better than that.
Yeah, whatever. Mike is killed with a straw up the nostril in the library on a cruise ship.
Again,
I've got a concept for that, and I've got to put it together because I want to start doing some live events and testing it on here. And if it works, and I'm selling it, just like Pal Panera, whatever his name was, Patera, whatever, with the Family Feuds autograph games. I will have my own Carnival Cruise or Royal Cruise Clue autographed by Pal himself, Pal Panera.
Hi, Mary Ellen Dillon. It's good to see you.
Yes, great to see you, MED. So Quinn says, I would be intrigued by a murder mystery cruise. Yeah.
That'd be a lot of
fun. Let's see. Hey, Betsy. Hey, Med. A book club cruise. Yeah, Meg loves reading books. Mm-hmm. So here's another one. A true crime cruise.
They do have true crime. They have like a crime con that meets on a cruise.
Can you imagine doing a true crime cruise and you're hearing about different stories, and they brought people on the cruise ship that would speak to the entire auditorium or the theater full of people about, let's say, like JonBenet Ramsey, or like big cases They do that already?
Well, not
That would be
necessarily
cool.
on a cruise ship, but John Ramsey does go to crime cons and speaks.
That would be really neat. And like every night would be a different, true crime that's happened that's really major. I mean, it could be like even stuff that you kind of know a lot on,
It
like
would
Jeffrey
also
Dahmer. Or,
be really cool if the detectives and people like
Yeah.
that went on there and gave their perspective of it. That would be really cool.
See, there's the Mike and Sandra I was thinking about. Mike and Sandra from Michigan going on our first thing, Halloween cruise. So
Awesome.
that's the Mike and Sandra. I had it all screwed up earlier with Shannon.
Imagine that.
So it's Mike and Sandra. That's Mike and Sandra went out to eat with Josh and Michelle, I believe. I got that jacked up, but now I'm straight. Sandra B, good to see you in here, by the way. I called Shannon's husband Mike earlier, and it's really, I was thinking about you guys. I apologize. So true crime would be good as long as it was respectful to the victims.
Meg.
Yeah, I think you have to. I mean, it's not. You'd have to make sure it's not glorified like you're trying to make money off of them. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're selling their books out there too. But yeah, I mean, some unsolved stuff would be really cool too. Mm-hmm. Now this is my what I like, horror. You could, I mean, it's kind of like Halloween thing, but you could do a horror cruise. Especially on some of these that have theaters, like, either in the main theater or like the IMAX theater. And let's say, I'm going to sound like a horrible parent here, but this past Monday, August 18th, was Texas Chainsaw Day. 1973, August 18th is the day in the movie that Texas Chainsaw Massacre occurred. So me and Anthony went and saw that on the big screen. I'd never seen it on the big screen. Only saw it, on TV, VHS tapes, streaming now, DVD, whatever. But like on the cruise ship, there's a horror cruise ship. Like you could have Texas Chainsaw Massacre Day. Maybe you could even have some of the actors on the ship there, signing stuff, doing autographs, or somebody that would, talk about it. Kind of like a horror convention. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I mentioned like a Comic-Con, like where you bring comic book characters there, or you have them sign comic books, but do like a horror convention as well. But like if you did a horror only, like you might have Halloween franchises this night, Texas Chainsaw Massacre this night, Paranormal Activity or movies are this night. But I think there's enough, the horror genre, believe it or not, is one of the most money-making movie genres out there. So I think that would be really fun.
Hey, Ronnie and Teresa.
Ronnie and Teresa's in here.
We are so glad to have you.
Good to see you. Anybody else coming here, Michelle, I missed?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Probably have to do adult only, but yeah, that's okay. I mean, as long as you set it ahead of time. I mean, a lot of these cruise lines, like maybe Virgin Voyages is going to do it. But yeah, it could be adult only. And not only do you have adult only, but then you got horror with it as well. That would be cool. Okay, science fiction. Age restriction. Yeah, you have to be 18 to get in the theater to see R-rated movies. So I'd say 18 or older. Yeah. So science fiction. You could have like Star Wars theme. You could have Star Trek themed. I know Disney, I think, owns the right to Star Wars now, right? So I mean,
know that.
You could have like, the Alien, that kind of goes in though with horror too, but some of the later movies are more science fiction. So there's a lot of things you could do there. Beach Police says, yeah, add the animatronic Jaws Toledo pole. What's even better is Royal Caribbean should buy it and put it right there where the guy is supposed to fall out of the water on the drop slide. You just go straight into the Jaws mouth.
That's funny.
That would be great.
That'd be great.
Now, somebody made a joke and said that Carnival is already experimenting now with the UFC, like
I
fighting, especially over chicken tenders and late night buffet. People are fighting, throwing things at each other. So Carnival is experimenting with it. So it may be a UFC or wrestling. There are currently wrestling themed cruises where you have like Chris Jericho there and other ex-wrestlers from back in the day.
Well, I don't know that a prize would be worth that.
I'm sure they've probably had a Star Trek cruise, I would bet.
Did we see that they had one, or were those just ideas that you had seen?
No, I think these were just ideas I'd seen, but I'm sure they've had them. Some of these I'm sure they've had. Um,
The Gilbert say.
Or a
Yes.
real shark and a prize for who swims across and makes it. Yeah, put it in the pool. Saltwater pool in there, put a shark in there, and let's see who makes it like Jaws theme. Who can make it across? You know, definitely Star Wars. So they just had another
No.
brawl on the sunrise. A bunch of young people again.
It was about a brawl in the car rider line today.
Yeah, man. Somebody today in the car rider line. Because listen, when you go pick your kids up at the school, it's like a 45-minute to hour wait to pick your kid up. And some lady in a car drove all the way to the front of the line and got in line.
She passed all the people waiting.
Yeah, 50, 75 cars on that side, another 50, 75 cars on this side. And somebody got out of their car and walked up to the front and leaned in her window. And I was like, oh, no.
About to get real.
Yep. What happened about 5 minutes later? That car backs out and goes to the back of the line. So, yeah, they could do a Royal Rumble on a cruise ship. Yeah. I mean, I've seen Chris Jericho do these, and he has a wrestling match. And plus his band, I think it's called Fozzy. I think it's Fozzy. They play on it as well. But I've seen him do things like that. Would have raged. Yes. I text Michelle. I said, you can't believe this. Yeah. You know me, I'd have said something in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh.
If I was up there. So monster based. You could do like monsters. It kind of goes in the horror thing too, but like you could do the classic monsters, like Dracula and Frankenstein and things like that. It kind of goes in the horror genre as well. But there are other things that are monsters as well that may not, like Goonies or something. I don't know. I mean, you could have all kinds of stuff. This one I'm sure has been done. And I know they have certain days that are this way, but like a pirate-based cruise.
That would be fun.
Like every night was a different pirate activity.
That would be fun.
You'd go to the main bar and drink like a pirate, and Betsy might dress up a lot like pirates, and they have a good time. But everybody be doing the Johnny Depp walk. I'll tell you, school car lines are nothing to be messed with. No. It don't matter if you're in the south, north, east, or west. You get a mother that's been waiting in line for an hour and she's missing a soap opera, she gonna whoop your ass.
Especially if she got some crying kids in the back seat.
Goonies aren't monsters, man. Yeah, but that crazy looking head dude was kind of a monster looking thing. What was the big like?
I don't know.
He wasn't a mongoloid, but you know what I'm talking about. He was in the movie. So that's a regular cruise for us. Yeah, that's any cruise in October is basically everything we're talking about. A vampire cruise would be cool. Yeah,
it would.
A vampire theme. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm wondering they should do another horror movie based on a ship. Because there's so many things that can happen on there. There's so many cool places that So I already mentioned Comic-Con. So this is already happening now, but there are sports themed cruises. For example, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, the LSU Tigers, the North Carolina Tar Heels. They do have yearly like Carolina basketball cruises where like some of the old school players that played a long time ago go on that, and they'll get up and speak and talk, do autograph signings, things like that. He was a mongoloid who had dropped on his head, then chained up. Not joking.
That's so beautiful.
But he's a monster-looking thing, right? I mean, okay, maybe you don't count that in there. Cowboys, I would have to hard pass on that one, but Saints, whatever. But a sports team like Atlanta Braves have one.
I didn't know the Savannah Bananas had a cruise.
Savannah Bananas have a cruise. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. They are very popular now. Dallas is a probably cheap cruise. He can go right out of Texas too. Now this was one that I think is they probably already do this or they have done this. I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
To do a Titanic cruise.
I think that would
not the end results, but like going the same
time period.
Yeah, the time period of it. Like how you dress. The menu in the MDR kind of would be the same.
And the fancy, the tablecloths and the dishes and.
Well, Carnival can't do that because they don't do tablecloths no more. Princess can do it.
Yeah.
But like Love Boat themed, Princess does the Love Boat thing
That's
cruises. Titanic cruise would be cool, but harrowing. Yeah. I think things like this though, you have to make sure it's it's more of a respectful thing that you're doing it. You know, you're trying to learn what it's like. Like if you ever went through one of these Titanic museums, they give you a little piece of paper with a person's name on it, and then at the very end of the museum, you get to look on a board and see if you survived or not.
Yeah, that's how the Titanic museum is.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd be kind of do that same type thing on a cruise ship. Royal has tablecloths. Well,
they
nice.
could do it too.
They're starting to get the fights too, I noticed. So glad I could straighten things out for you. By the way, I've been called Sharon and Sarah many, many times. All right. Sorry about that, Sandra, so Sharon, Sarah, Shannon.
Stop. No, Blaine.
Blaine says the best thing cruise of the year is a new cruise. Have you not booked it yet?
No.
With a body like mine, do you really want me nude on a cruise?
No.
I would pay you not to go on that cruise.
No.
Y'all would pay for me not to go on that cruise.
Yeah, that's bad. That is so bad.
So fights are everywhere. It's the people, not the cruise on. That's right. What's all Moonlight Adventures in there? Good to see you.
Hey, you guys.
So one of the top reasons people say they are afraid to cruise is because of the Titanic. Well, you know, I get that, but
there's some people that
there's
really
a lot of people
like
aren't.
it.
You know? Oh yeah, you got the farmers.com, the match.com cruises. Yeah. I mean,
really?
Right now, even they have theme nights. I get like solo, like single cruisers nights. They got the LGBTQ night. They got different themes on the cruises now as well. And how about them dogs? Yeah, they probably have a Georgia Bulldogs theme cruise. It'll probably end up like the Titanic sunk sooner or later because I know they have won a few championships.
So Old Restless, what are you trying to say about us?
What does he say? Yeah, nudists are usually out of shape. Yeah, what are you trying to say? And old. So let's talk about this. Kind of goes like maybe not quite as far back, but like a 1920s through the 1940s cruise.
Yes, where you have those cool those dresses with and you have long cigarettes and that would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean like a throwback dress in the 20s.
There's a name for it. Oh yeah,
Habib. I always call it the Betty Boop period or whatever it was. That's probably further back than that.
The Victorian
theme cruise. Cool. Yeah, that would be fun as well.
Yes.
So I actually had scrapbook cruise on here, but I think somebody already mentioned that.
Yeah.
A mythology cruise. I've seen Beach Please again do that with like the oh god, what did they did the what was it called? Where they wear the sheets and stuff. Toga?
Yeah,
toga. It was a toga, like a toga theme night. But like you could do like mythology cruises where you like it might be Zeus night or Athena night, or it could be toga night. That would be kind of fun, you know. So a lot of these theme cruises I'm talking about, every night you could have something like a sub category out of that. Would never go on a new cruise. I don't know if there's enough alcohol to forget what you see.
Exactly right.
I told you, Betsy, Anthony still talks about you twerking, so you left an impression on him. I'm not saying what kind of impression, but Anthony still talks about you twerking.
He's never forgot the woman that was on the Lido and the G-string.
On Sunshine. Was it Sunshine we were on?
I can't remember.
He was probably 5 or 6 years old, and they were doing the sail-away party. It was Carnival.
Behind with the G-string.
It was a big old behind with the G-string, and then she started twerking.
Oh.
And Anthony like freaked out and was like yelling it out loud. You see that lady twerking? And then we were.
And she's a mother too.
She's a mother on top of that. and then we saw him 2 or 3 days later, like in the line for Guy's Burgers, and Anthony's like, there she is, the twerker. She's the twerker.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the topless. That, you know, you go to Bonaire, you may see a lot of topless women. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, when you go to the DR or some of these countries, you know, this their culture. You know, topless is maybe normal.
There's some European beaches that are that way, and it's just normal.
Yep. with free shaving on the Lido. Oh, that's disgusting. They used to do the hairy chest contest.
I think that's pretty entertaining.
And then they started making the women wear bras.
You're too much.
Let me have another drink here, Michelle.
Oh, that's true. Brian 5150. I'm surprised that they don't do that.
That would be cool.
That would
I'm
be.
surprised
I don't know
astronomy
anything
groups do not
about it,
cruise in
but
some of the
yeah.
darkest skies. That was one thing about Alaska that I thought was really cool was they brought people on the ship from like the glacier parks and stuff. And they came on and they would talk about the animals, the glaciers, what you're looking
Naturalists.
at. Yeah, naturalists. And then as you were like out on your deck or out on the Lido, looking out of the side, they would announce it over the whole ship. That was really cool.
It really was.
So that's kind of like a themed already in Alaska. I mean, you see in the nature, and they bring on the people from the park system in to be able to talk about it. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
The image I just had, the Tyler Gilberts, yeah, that's pretty bad. Back to editing. Great to catch up Sunday live. Hope everyone is having an amazing weekend. Yes, I hope y'all are doing well.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh,
so Josh.
The AA group cruise was big ratings. What does that mean? I don't know what he means by that.
I don't know.
But okay. I'll drink since I said real dead. I didn't even say it, but I'm going to drink anyway.
Excuses.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So anything else I missed right here, Michelle? Mythology, Titanic. Oh, Flower Power. There is actually a cruise out there called the Flower Power Cruise. So, hey, I would like to do the cartoon like Scooby-Doo. You'd have to do like Scooby-Doo cruise or something. That'd be fun to me. So, Alcohol Anonymous is what he meant. That's what I tell him that all the time. I said like he's got the cult of AA. That's what I call it. They're all that's what I call it. Sorry. So let's talk about what are some other type theme cruises that you think guys would think would be kind of cool. We've kind of talked about sports, murder mystery, true crime.
The Traveling Gilbert said Harry Potter. And I bet that would be
huge.
One.
Yeah. I wouldn't care to go for it, but no. Yeah, I mean, like a Universal type thing where you got Harry Potter.
There are a lot of people who would love that.
Yep. A lot of people like that. Beach Please theme cruise.
I would be right there.
Well, we actually told them no, Michelle. We're going on the Cruise Dorks cruise. Cruise Dork theme cruise. So
maybe another year.
Mike says Mike and I would love a Harry Potter cruise. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons. That would be a big one.
Yes.
We know Kimbra and Matt would be on that one in heartbeat because they love Dungeons and Dragons.
They also love Kimbra loves Harry Potter. Like,
she does.
Like really loves Harry Potter.
I forgot about that because she was explaining that she had a bunch of the wands. And Anthony ended up buying one down there. And that's something, too. If you ever buy those things, keep them because some of them can sell for a pretty good amount of money. If you ever go down to Universal and buy one.
Still in Anthony's closet.
And Marjorie says, hello. Good to see you, Miss Marjorie. Good to see you in here. We played Dungeons and Dragons with them on a cruise. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So the candy shop would be great. Okay. What about a candy cane like cruise? Where you dressed up like all the characters and you had to slide down, blah 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 blah. Out of all those, for me, I would love to do an '80s hair band cruise. That would be like high on my bucket list. Of course, a Kiss cruise, but now they're kind of doing land based now only for that. So I would say an '80s theme cruise like rock and roll music, '80s hair band music. A murder mystery or true crime.
Right.
Either one of them.
Those are two different kinds, though.
Right. But what I'm saying, either one of them's fine with me.
And that's what Brian 5150 just said. He would like a murder mystery cruise with
kind of like the Clue theme thing. And another one that I think some of these cruise ships already have it is the escape room type things. Where you go in small groups like escape room, you got to figure it out, or next thing you know, you're
that would be fun.
Yeah. But any that you guys may have in here that we haven't mentioned yet, a Twilight theme. Mia brought that up. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, all the Twilight theme, stuff, and that would be really cool as well. And I think the horror convention one would work. I really do because I don't know if a lot of you guys know this or not, but horror conventions are huge, and some of these guys, the amount of money some of these people get for autographs is sky high. But the only thing bad about it would be trying to bring stuff on the ship to get it signed and not get damaged and get it off.
Right.
Because
and try to get on airplanes.
Some of the things that you're paying for is very expensive already, and then you're going to pay 40, 50, 100 bucks for an autograph, and then try not to damage it, and then try to get it back home without being damaged. That's the concern I would have with that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Candyland theme cruise is a good idea. I'd love to see Mike as Lord Licorice. If you got me liquored up enough, I could probably wear anything.
Probably would.
So we got also After Us Tonight. Go check out Beach Please,
Absolutely.
by the way. That's their main website page. Sub to their channel and then go check out their live tonight if they're going live. I think they are. I didn't check. Are you, Mike and Betsy? I think you are.
Yeah.
Let's see. Horror themed cruises would be cool, but my husband wouldn't want to go. Okay. That's the thing about it. Yeah, you'd kind of both have to be into it. But yeah, that definitely would be something, both of you would have to be into it. I don't know if Michelle would like it. Would you like a horror themed cruise?
I'd find something else to do.
She'd be reading. It could be horror / reading cruise and let people read. So I started playing at a very young age. My dad was a dungeon master. Wow.
Awesome.
I would love to go to a rock cruise. We have a good friend who plays for Leonard Skinner often and formerly of Thin Lizzy and Alice Cooper. So that would be awesome.
That would be
awesome.
That
would be very cool.
I would love it.
And I had a guy I went to high school with that played for the group. They're going way back because he was young. The band was already out, but Molly Hatchet.
Some Southern rock, some good
Southern rock is some good stuff. Leonard Skinner, some of that stuff.
Yep.
Let's see. What else we got on here?
I don't know.
It's jumping everywhere. Yeah. I apologize.
Alice in Wonderland theme.
Alice in Wonderland theme. That's very interesting. And I think is it the Royal that has the restaurant that's kind of like an Alice in Wonderland theme restaurant already? That would, so a lot of ships you see are kind of themed anyway. Like you got the Mardi Gras, you got this, I don't know, the festival or whatever it's going to be called, celebration. But some of these ships are themed already. Like even the older ships, like the Miracle and some of them, when you go in and they got the purple everywhere and
like a time period.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Let's leave their basement. You were talking hieroglyphics to me, Miss Molly. So, Mr. Cruise Fever 1. I've been on a Carnival cruise during Halloween season, month of October. Yeah, good to see you in here, by the way. But yeah, that we do like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
October themed cruise because
a lot of fun.
You got the huge, was it Jack-o'-lantern, whatever his name is, big pumpkin.
I can't remember.
Patches, maybe Patches is his name. But yeah, I mean, something like that. And then you can do different things and have different, fun events. Like, for example, if you did a horror cruise, like you could have certain nights, different things, but you could also do trivia those days. Like you could do, cruise ships now have the trivia and they have a winner every night, or whenever they do their trivia, they have a winner. So you could do that, whatever theme event you're having, you could do like wrestling themed questions, horror themed questions. I think for those that are really into that stuff, the one thing I like about the 80s things is because a lot of those rockers are getting into their 60s and 70s. And some of them even older than that. And they're not here much longer. So if you could, it's not even about how good they sound. Even if the whole band is a bunch of young guys and the lead singer just up there, blah, 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 I'm fine with that. I mean, it's you're kind of reliving your childhood through that. That's the thought.
Reliving your youth.
Well, that's the whole thing about like Ozzy Osbourne, who just passed away. Man, it really hit me hard. And listen, I wasn't the biggest Ozzy Osbourne fan. I loved his music. I saw him in concert once, I believe. But I know I saw him once because I can't remember if it was Zach Wiles or Jakey Lee was the guitar player, but Anthrax opened up for him. But it's more about remembering that time period. And like in the late 80s and riding in high school and going cruising and having my MTX Thunder speakers wide open and so loud that knocked my rearview mirror off the thing, cruising up and down Stratford Road and yelling at other girls. And you remember those days, Rochelle?
I remember.
We don't live far from an area it's called Stratford Road. And back, not that I would look in this, Playboy magazine had it ranked as the Sunset Strip, Myrtle Beach, and Stratford Road, North Carolina, were the top. It was a number 3 ranked cruising.
How many miles is Stratford Road?
I don't know. It's probably 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know.
It's quite.
But you'd go all the way from Putt-Putt. You'd cruise all the way down. You'd go to Burger King, go in the parking lot, and you'd cruise right back the other way. And there was so many 16, 17, 18-year-olds that hit somebody else in the rear end. Driving.
Eventually, they stopped doing it because it was
you couldn't get on the road.
It was a hazard because EMS could not get through there. I mean, it was bad, so they ended up.
Margie wants to know: do I do karaoke? I've never done karaoke, but I would like to do it, especially
you get
after
some alcohol in him.
Little liquid courage, and Mike will do about anything.
With a little encouragement, he would absolutely get.
He won't twerk though. I can promise you that.
La, you would do it. If your knees would let you get down there.
Me and Michelle used to tear the club up, didn't we?
Yep, back in the day.
We first met, we'd go in the club during the middle of the week, say 2 a.m., come home, get 3 hours sleep, and be at work at 6 a.m.
I don't know how we did it.
I don't know how we did it either. Those were good old days. Glory days.
Yep, we had a lot of fun.
That was before I got saved, and now I'm straight.
And now we're old and boring.
Now we're old and boring.
And tired.
Yeah. So we also like to thank our moderators in here. I know there's a couple.
Yes,
Betsy, Meg, Traveling Gilberts are in here. Blaine was in here earlier.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That would be good.
I was telling Josh about that the other day. I was like, dude, why have you not watched? He hasn't watched Game of Thrones. And I was like,
really good. And I wouldn't mind going back.
What about a Dexter thing one? Oh, gosh. I love Dexter. I don't know if you ever watched that show, but Game of Thrones would be cool. I don't know about dressing up in that time period.
It'd be hot.
It would be hot, all right. Hot for some people. Halloween is the best time to cruise. It is one of our fun. We like October.
A lot of fun.
Also, the weather's usually pretty good in October as well. So I really like that time of year. Patches is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So I like how Carnival keeps the ships decorated for Halloween for October the whole month. Yeah, I do too. And Shannon says, we are doing our first Halloween cruise this year on the Mardi Gras. Okay.
Awesome. You'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Scrapbooking cruise. Let's go. Hey, Beach Please 2028 or 2027 scrapbook cruise. That's you. Or scrapbook night. Y'all do it. Let's see. I feel old now that you put it that way. Betsy's calling Mike out in the same living room, sitting right next to him, probably going, when's the last time you scrapbooked? All right, so we're going to throw it up here again. If interested in going on a group cruise, 22727, that is the link. You can copy and paste that in to fill out, get you a quote. If you have casino rates, that's okay. Let Betsy book it for you, even if it's cheaper than the rate we can get you, and you still be part of the group cruise. So you just have to turn that over to her, or actually just let her book it for you to start with. A lot of good cruise deals and stuff coming out right now. Yeah. And we're about 18 months out from that cruise. And we actually had somebody book. Yeah, we just mentioned it earlier after our live last week. So that was really cool. Yes. Yeah. The Traveling Gilbert says, I saw him a few times, never disappointed. Is this Mike? Oh, Ozzy, yeah. Ozzy was great, man. He gave it his all. He really did. He gave it. I mean, even up to his last concert before he died. I mean, I know it wasn't the greatest singing in the world, but the man, I mean, had dementia. He had all this other stuff going on. And still, I mean, it's kind of like the perfect story being written for his lifetime. Let's see. Rayleigh, I would pay extra to hear you sing some rock music.
I wouldn't mind hearing you sing it too, Blaine.
I would like to hear Blaine sing anything. So
Yeah.
Blaine, just start singing.
Yeah. Come on.
Amazing Grace, that'd be fine too.
Yes.
A fifth of Strawberry Hill. Ooh, I hear you. Lies, lies. They're all full of lies. You're so sweet, but my voice couldn't handle it. Please go over the itinerary for the 227 cruise.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Eileen, that is going to Celebration Key, Aruba, and Curacao.
Yeah.
And I think, let me try to see if I can find this. I'll see if I can find it. I don't know if I can because this is like impromptu. I should add it. Let's try it right here. Boom.
Hey.
Look at that. Look.
Hey.
Look. Will you take a look at that? Take a look.
Ask and you shall receive.
That. 227, 2027. It is the ultimate gimmick group cruise. Gimmick is in, Josh and I pick on each other all the time about gimmicks like stuff on the hat, QR codes, koozies, all that kind of stuff. Bottle openers. What else we got in here? So I don't know. T-shirts, whatever. It's just having fun. It's kind of it's going to be a laid back cruise. We'll plan some things at nighttime to get together if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But it's going to be going out of Miami, and it's going to Celebration Key, Aruba, and Curacao. Several sea days involved with this because that's an 8-night cruise. And then you can also get with Betsy Cruise Deals at gmail.com, or also the link that I posted earlier that will, if you fill out that form, it automatically goes to her to get back with you. So
we'll also have a meetup. We'll also have a slot pool. We'll have a bar crawl, and we will have one day that we all get together somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to do an excursion. Carnival has not opened up 2027 excursions yet. We're trying to look at something through them. If not, we may do something outside of that, trying to keep the price down on that. Also, within the next 2 months, we'll start communicating about possible hotels and discounts. So Josh and I are going to check out a hotel in October or September. Is it September or October? They're checking one out in the next month or two, and they're going to see if they like it or not. And that may be a second choice in Miami for a hotel. If you wanted to, you can stay anywhere you want to.
They're also going to bring back some information on Celebration Key and what they think, and we can get some inside scoops there.
Yep. So again, that's the itinerary. And again, that's about 18 months out. So now's the time to put it in, get your room reserved and all that good stuff. Gimmicks are so gimmicky. They are.
Mike Jackson said
we invented all that
classic
stuff.
TV cruise with trivia.
Yeah.
Costume, meets and greets. Yes.
Yeah. Classic TV, like, if you had something like the Brady Bunch, you could do you could do that whole 6-7 day cruise and have different things like the Jeffersons.
Yes.
The Brady Bunch was a big one I loved when I was a kid. What else we like? 8 is Enough,
yes.
90210, any of those like that right there. So let's see. And if you can head over to Beach Please after the show, that's right. Yes. Right there's a link directly to that.
In 2 whole minutes.
Awesome, Eileen. Good to see you. Hey, if you want to go,
we would love
to have you. Hit that thumbs up, everyone. It don't cost you a thing. Some of you forgot, but thank you so much.
Yes.
And Barry Williams would be on the cruise in a heartbeat. Okay. Brady Bunch would be cool. That would. Yeah, there's some old good. I saw a video. Jason Green, if you ever have not heard of him, he used to be a producer or camera guy for The Real World back in MTV. Used to have The Real World. He's done a bunch of stuff. Right now, he's the manager for Stephen Pearcy, the lead singer of Rat. But he's got a Jason Green channel, Wasting Time with Jason Green. Cool channel. If you get offended with language and stuff like that, you don't want to watch it. But he goes and does places like where the Sanford & Son was filmed, or he'll go to the Jeffersons where it was filmed at. And he's got some really cool stuff. Happy Days, he'll go where it was filmed at. And he's got a lot of connections. And it's just really cool show when he goes back and looks at, now some of the stuff you probably won't like if you don't like 80s rock and roll and things like that. But when he goes and looks at pop culture type places,
It's cool.
it's really cool to see that. And we still got to do our Mayberry RFD
We
video.
do.
Andy Griffith. We still got to do that
We were
video.
supposed to do that while you were out of work.
Yep, and we didn't do it. All right, guys. 39 of you in here now. I think it was up in the mid 40s. Great to have you tonight. Thank you so much. This was a fun night tonight, right?
It was fun.
Let's book one of these. Let's
Absolutely.
go for 2028. Let's do a theme cruise. We'll do a group cruise on theme. If it ain't themed, we'll create our own theme.
That's right. We can do that.
We can do that. All right, you guys have a great one.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Have a good week. We will not be here next Thursday. Go check out Betsy and them next. But let's exit the 2 ships coming in to Grand Turk here.
Sounds good.
Y'all have a good week and a great weekend. Bye.